Wisdom for Your Daily Journey, inspired by Dr. Wayne Dyer, written and published by Audible Aria. All it takes is one great idea, a simple thought that can change your life. This is the main idea behind Wisdom for Your Daily Journey. If you can find one idea that inspires you to reach new levels of success, happiness and fulfillment, it will be worth every penny you spent on it. You don't need to start from the beginning to benefit from it. You can dive in at any point, turn it on without rewinding, and find that one good idea that can make a difference. That idea could help you improve a relationship, increase your prosperity, or heal from an inner wound, whether it's emotional or physical. Everything starts with an idea. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said that every action begins with a thought. I've always had a positive message posted on my bathroom mirror. I read it every single day, and I've been doing this for many years. The message says, "No one is going to ruin this day for me." I remind myself of this constantly throughout the day, when I encounter someone being rude, or if someone cuts me off in traffic, or if someone doesn't say what I expect them to say, or if I don't play well in a tennis match, or if the service at a restaurant is slow. I remind myself that this is my day. It's the only day I have, and I won't let anyone ruin it for me. This simple idea has made my life so much better in many ways because it helps me stay in control of my own happiness. You are not just a human who occasionally feels spiritual moments. Instead, you are a spiritual being who is currently living a human life. This means that your true self is eternal and cannot be taken away. Your life on earth is just a brief moment within the endless flow of eternity. It starts when you are conceived and ends when you die, but your spiritual essence continues on forever. Your human life is like a short sentence within the infinite story of your spiritual existence. The parentheses open when you are born and close when you die, but the story goes on before and after. Remember, your true nature is that of an eternal spiritual being. This idea is very important to understand and keep in mind. So you are not a human being who sometimes has spiritual experiences. You are a spiritual being who is currently experiencing life as a human. This perspective can change how you see yourself and your life, giving you a deeper understanding of your true eternal nature. Giving aligns with your true purpose in life. You cannot truly own anything while you are here. You cannot accumulate possessions permanently. The only thing you can do with your life is to give it away, share it with others. Love empowers you and helps you reach higher levels of existence. What you focus on in your mind tends to grow. If you constantly think about what you lack, then that sense of lack will grow. On the other hand, if you focus on positive thoughts and possibilities, those will expand instead. Remember, nothing you imagine is impossible. You might be surprised to know that a nervous breakdown isn't real in a physical sense. Your nerves don't actually break down. It's a choice to let yourself break down emotionally and mentally. Having a plan for your life is fine, but becoming overly attached to that plan can be unhealthy. Don't let your plan become more important than you. Planning for the future, setting goals, and aiming for a better life are all great. But remember that life happens in the present, not just in the future. Enjoy today. Have your plans, but don't become so obsessed with them that you can't adjust when things change. Let your plans be flexible and adaptable, ready to shift as life unfolds. We can only share with others what we have inside ourselves. If you have love inside, that's what you'll give to others. But if you have contempt inside, that's what you'll share instead. We can't give away what we don't have. So, if we want to spread love, we need to first have love within us. Being willing to let things happen is very important. Willingness is a valuable quality in our lives. Just be willing. When you respond to hate with love, you neutralize the hate. Each time you do this, you make the world a little better. Forgiving someone is a way of loving yourself. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. Think about a snake bite. The bite itself doesn't kill people. It's the venom that spreads through the body that can be deadly. You can't undo the bite, but you can choose not to let the venom affect you. By getting rid of the venom and forgiving, you show that you are a loving soul. If you look at humanity from a distance, it's easy to see us as one big family. Think about the word universe. Uni means one, and verse means song. So universe means one song. If you step back and see us all as one, you'll start to believe it, and then you'll see it. All your actions come from the thoughts you have first. It's actually easier not to smoke or eat chocolate than it is to do those things. Your mind might tell you otherwise, but it's not true. Consider smoking. If you want to smoke, you have to do a lot of things. You need to go to the store, buy the cigarettes, carry them with you, keep a lighter or matches, and keep buying more. It costs time, effort, and money. If you choose not to smoke, all you have to do is simply not smoke. The same goes for eating chocolate. You might think it's easier to eat that piece of chocolate, but really, it's easier not to. Just decide not to eat it, and you save yourself all the trouble. So don't trick yourself into thinking these habits are easier. They're actually more complicated than just not doing them. Anything you feel you absolutely must have can end up controlling you. Interestingly, when you let go of that strong need, you often start getting more of it. To turn your visualizations into reality, you need to be ready to do whatever it takes. The key is being willing. When people tell me, I tried everything you said, I visualized and affirmed it all, but it didn't work, I always ask them, what weren't you willing to do? Often they'll respond with something like, I couldn't move my whole family to another part of the country. If that's what it takes, then that's what you have to be ready to do. You need to take your dreams, your affirmations, and your mental pictures, and put in the effort to make them your reality. You can't just hope and dream. You must also act, even if it means making big changes or sacrifices. Being willing to do whatever it takes is the key to making your visualizations come true. Love is always the answer, no matter the question. Once I gave a car repairman several books from my collection. He asked me, how do you expect to make any money when you give away all your stuff? I replied, when you no longer have to ask me that question, you'll understand the answer. The more you give away, the more you have. It might seem strange, but it's true. Nothing is permanently created or destroyed. Everything is always changing. This includes you. Your true self is eternal and unchanging, even though you are currently in a form that is constantly transitioning. Think about it. The essence of who you are doesn't change, even as your body and circumstances do. Understanding this helps you see that giving and love are what truly enrich you and connect you to the eternal part of yourself. Here's a simple lesson in logic. If you control your thoughts and your feelings come from your thoughts, then you also control your feelings. Always remember this. Whatever emotions or feelings you have, they start from your thoughts. Since you have control over your thoughts, you can manage your feelings too. If you think you don't control your own thoughts, then send me the person who you believe does control them. I'll help them, and then you'll get better. That's how silly it is to think you don't have control over your thoughts. By understanding and accepting that your thoughts are under your control, you empower yourself to handle your emotions. This means that no matter what you're feeling, you have the ability to change it by changing your thoughts. If you only believe what you can see, you're limiting yourself to just what's on the surface. For example, if you only believe what you see, then why do you pay your electric bill? You've never seen electricity, but you know it's there. Think about how scientists once didn't believe in microscopic life. It wasn't the invention of the microscope that made microscopic life exist. It was always there. Don't let the tools you use to observe the world limit your understanding of what's possible. If you want to change a habit, you have to be the change. The change isn't something that happens to you. It's something you become. No one can create anger or stress within you. Only you can do that by how you choose to process your experiences. People who don't see limits in their lives don't say, I'm going to get everything I want. Instead, they say, I already have everything I need, but I can still grow and become more. By believing in more than what you can see, and by taking control of your thoughts and emotions, you open up a world of possibilities and personal growth. No one knows enough to be negative about everything. Feeling guilty won't change the past. No matter how much guilt you feel, it won't change what happened. Guilt is a waste of time. Feeling guilty about something like the outcome of the Peloponnesian War won't change it. It's long gone, just like this morning is already over. Blame is just a way to avoid taking responsibility for your own life. If you blame others, you avoid risks and stop yourself from growing. Make a promise to yourself to do what you love and to love what you do today. Be your own solution. Don't look for it outside of yourself. If prayer is you talking to God, then intuition is God talking to you. Listen to those inner feelings that guide you to make the right choices, no matter what anyone else thinks. Trust your inner voice and follow it. By letting go of guilt and blame and by listening to your intuition, you can live a more positive and fulfilling life. Learn to find the good in difficult times. Instead of taking the pain as part of you, try to just observe it. Truly loving means accepting things as they are, even if you don't fully understand why they happen. Your actions show who you are more than your words do. I am thankful to everyone who said no to me. Because of them, I learned to do things on my own. Every obstacle you face is a chance to grow. Each challenge is like a test from life. Remember that life tests us. Your emotions are choices you make. Doing what you love is the foundation for a life filled with abundance. People who always feel like they are lacking something are often stuck in a mindset of wanting more. They constantly try to get more to feel complete or to fix what they think is missing in their lives. Conflict disrupts harmony. If you take part in conflicts, you become part of the problem, not the solution. Don't let your emotions stop you from moving forward. Instead, see them as choices you can control. By learning to see challenges as opportunities and understanding that your emotions are choices, you can lead a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Every step you took brought you to where you are now. Don't rush things. The universe knows what it's doing. We're all part of a smart system. In God's eyes, no one on this planet is better than you. Understand that the journey and the goal are always connected. Detachment means not needing to cling to anyone or anything. It's a mindset that lets you move freely with life. Detachment is the key to going from constantly striving to finally arriving at your destination. It allows you to flow with life instead of struggling against it. Embrace detachment to find peace and fulfillment on your journey. Do what you want, as long as you don't stop others from doing the same. That's what morality means. Many people wait for a miracle instead of being one themselves. Being bored is a choice. There's no such thing as boredom. Only people choosing to be bored. Death is nothing to fear. It's just another dimension. We're born one night and will pass away in another. Each of us is a spiritual being having a human experience. We're temporary in this form, but who we really are is eternal. When one of us succeeds, we all do. I send my tennis opponent love because it takes away the negative energy from my game. You will be emotionally and physically stuck until you learn to forgive. I will fill myself with love and send it out into the world. How others treat me is their choice. How I react is mine. It's easy to count the number of seeds in an apple, but no one can say how many apples are in a single seed. This means that the potential within us is limitless. Injustice is always present, but you don't have to let it freeze your emotions. In the realm of pure thought, there are no borders or limits. Be kind to yourself and love yourself no matter what happens. I've come to understand that people will always be themselves, regardless of what I think about them. Everything you desire is already available. You just need to align yourself to receive it. The universe is vast and timeless, full of endless abundance, and this abundance is your birthright. 3 things can block your soul: negativity, judgment, and imbalance. Today, focus on removing negativity, stop judging others, and find balance within yourself. If you can do this, you will elevate your life to a higher and more beautiful level. Negativity, judgment, and imbalance. How could you ever truly own anything? We only get to borrow our possessions for a brief moment in time. I have a suit in my closet with a pocket cut out to remind me that I can't take anything with me when I go. The last suit I wear won't need any pockets. You are the result of all the choices you've made up to now. Everything in the universe is connected by thought. Enlightenment is the biggest letdown for your ego. You can't always control what happens around you, but you can control what happens inside you. What goes on inside is your personal space of freedom. Give just for the joy of giving and keep the cycle going. As it comes back to you, fill yourself with love for everyone. See the divine in everyone you meet, even those you've been taught to avoid. Fighting makes you weaker, while harmony makes you stronger and more powerful. Harmony starts in your mind with your thoughts. Every action begins with a thought. Instead of focusing on what you are against, think about what you support. Instead of being against war, support peace. Instead of being against poverty, support prosperity. Instead of fighting drugs, support purity among our youth. In the 1960s, when asked if she would march against the Vietnam War, Mother Teresa said no, but she would join a march for peace. Every human action starts with a thought, an idea, a vision, or a mental image. From there, it becomes real. If the world were organized so that everything had to be fair, no living creature could survive even for a day. Birds wouldn't be allowed to eat worms, and everyone's self-interest would need to be satisfied. It is love and cooperation that make the world function. Blame is an easy way to explain why our world isn't exactly how we want it to be. The state of the world mirrors our state of mind, and your personal world reflects your own mindset too. In Eastern cultures, they think about the entire forest, while in Western cultures, they focus on individual trees. In the grand scheme of eternity, time is irrelevant. There's never anything to worry about. You either have control over a situation or you don't. If you do, take action. If you don't, let it go. Don't waste energy on worry. There's truly nothing to worry about. Happiness isn't a destination. Happiness is the journey. Prosperity isn't something you reach. It's a way of being. It's more important to simply be present than to always have a goal. Live in the moment, because now is all there ever is. The process of surrendering, focusing, and living with intention leads to true joy. Loving easy people is simple, but the real challenge is to love those who are difficult to love. Send love to all your enemies. When a problem comes up, look within. Find a quiet space and use the problem as an opportunity to learn something new. Being smart isn't about studying hard. It's about knowing how to be happy no matter what. You are the one creating your life, no one else. Don't worry about success or failure. These are just judgments. Focus on the process and let the universe take care of the details. Stay true to your purpose and trust that the universe will handle the rest. Think of an orange. When you squeeze it, you get orange juice because that's what's inside. The same goes for you. When you're under pressure, what comes out is what's inside you. If you don't like what's inside, you can change it by changing your thoughts. Stop focusing on what you lack and start appreciating everything you are and everything you have. Remember, what you think about grows. If you focus on what you don't have, you'll feel more lack. If you focus on what you dislike in someone, those negative traits will seem bigger. So think about the good, and the good will grow. Some people think they are defined by their appearance. Your body is just a temporary home for your soul. Stop searching for your purpose and start living it. If you tell me what you support, I'll show you how it will grow positively. If you tell me what you oppose, I'll show you how it will grow negatively. True greatness is choosing personal fulfillment in situations where others choose chaos. Many people fear they don't have enough, but they don't see that they already are enough. You are truly free when you stop thinking about yourself and your importance. As Janis Joplin sang, freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. The more you give, the more you receive. Our only limits are physical. Our thoughts have no barriers. The only way to counter hatred is with love. Anything else will drag you down. You can spend your whole life feeling guilty about your mistakes, but that guilt won't change the past. You are the result of all your past choices, and you can always make new ones. All you truly have is today, and maybe next week. But today is certain. Trying to grasp thoughts is like trying to catch the wind. You can't age thoughts, only physical forms. Being attached to being right causes suffering. When you have a choice between being right or being kind, choose kindness and watch your suffering vanish. Anything that holds you back or keeps you from your goals is within your control. You can let it go whenever you choose. To create a mindset for miracles, simply let go and surrender. When you believe in yourself and see your soul as valuable and divine, you become someone who can create miracles. True empowerment is understanding that you are living your purpose, doing God's work with peace and harmony. Ask yourself if you are part of the problem or part of the solution. On a round planet, no one can truly take sides. True empowerment means surrendering to what is loving, harmonious, and good within yourself, and not seeing anyone as an enemy in your mind. Jesus said that even the least among us can do all he has done and even greater things. You can become a miracle worker. Everything in the universe flows. You can't hold on to water by squeezing it. If you relax your hand, you can feel and experience it. Imagine putting your hand in a river and squeezing it tight to grab some water. When you open your hand, there's no water left. But if you relax your hand in the water and let it flow, you can truly experience it. This is how everything in the universe works. Relax, don't hold on too tightly, let things flow, and you'll find a lot of joy in everything in this world. The entire universe is held together by love, harmony, and cooperation. When you think and act according to these principles, you can overcome any obstacles. Love, harmony, and cooperation are the building blocks of creation. Each healthy cell in your body works smoothly with the cells around it. But a disease cell tries to take over the cells next to it. You are like a single cell in the body of humanity. If you are at peace, you'll cooperate with those around you. If you are troubled, you'll try to dominate others. If you doubt the laws of the universe, they won't work for you. You need to learn to get rid of doubt. Not forgiving means you don't understand how the universe works and your place in it. What you do to others will come back to you. Even in prison, your freedom lies in how you choose to think. No one can ever take that away from you. Meditation helps you realize you are not separate from everything else. It lets you get to know your true self. Your life in this physical world should be respected and celebrated. Break free from anything that holds you back and live fully in the present, because now is all you have. Once you know how to connect with your inner self, you have a special place inside you that is always there. Everything in the universe exists for a reason, as part of a perfect intelligence. The ultimate paradox is that having more can mean having less, and having less can mean having more. You are here for a purpose, and it is not to collect a lot of material things. Instead of labeling yourself as Christian, Jew, Muslim, Buddhist, or anything else, commit to being like Christ, God, Buddha, or Muhammad. There is no stress in the world. Only people thinking stressful thoughts and acting on them. No one else can make you feel angry or stressed. Only you can do that by how you think about things. How can one invisible thought be more or less important than another? Your inner self and the outer world are in perfect balance with everything in the universe. The universe gives you plenty when you are thankful. When you truly know something instead of just believing it, you will find the skills you need to fulfill your purpose. Beliefs are given to you by others so they can come with doubt. Knowing comes from within you. When you understand and feel the miracle that you are, you become sure that nothing is impossible for you. There is a special kind of knowledge that goes beyond logic. You can never fail, you just get different results. For example, If you put a golf ball on a tee and swing, and the ball rolls off to the side, you haven't failed. You've just created a result. The important thing is what you do with the results you get. Forgiving yourself is a key step to being in harmony with all the universal principles. Prosperity comes from the process you follow. This process is tied to your purpose. Purpose is about loving and giving. The best thing you can do with your life is to give it away. You are born with nothing and you leave with nothing. Practice giving your life to others, and you will find prosperity and peace in that giving. When it comes to addictions, you can never get enough of what you don't truly want. You become what you think about all day long, and those thoughts shape your entire life. If you meet someone who doesn't connect with your soul, you will meet many others like that. Send them love and move on. If you want to follow your passion and make a difference in the world, you will soon realize you can't follow the crowd. All the great teachers have shared a similar message. Look within yourself, find your higher self, and understand God as the love that is inside you. We all have the capacity to be loved if we allow it. A new attitude can turn a tough job into a joyful one. A single small voice within the universal harmony can influence everything towards either destruction or peace. Everything in the universe is perfectly synchronized, all working together like one song. When you judge others, you don't define them, you define yourself. Our suffering is caused by a mind that insists on having preferences and won't allow others to be as they are. True joy and the thrilling feeling of being at peace with yourself and the world come to those who let their physical world flow from the desires of their soul. Shift your focus from the physical to the spiritual. Understand the will of the higher power and trust in that understanding. Align yourself with your soul. Listen to your inner desires to find ease and purpose. In this mindset, real magic becomes available to you. You are not stuck where you are unless you choose to be. If you want to understand the difference between attachment and enjoyment, think about how you would feel if something you valued suddenly disappeared. For every act of unkindness, there are countless kind acts happening. Every day, as you see millions of flowers blooming, remember that God makes it happen without any force. Once something happens, it cannot be undone in the physical world. Just like you can't get prune juice from an orange no matter how hard you try, you can't give hate if you only have love inside you. It's good to know that the universal law that creates miracles is still in place. When you call yourself a jerk, it's your inner critic judging your outer self. Remember, what you focus on grows. You come into the world as a naked little baby, and if you're lucky, you leave as an older, wrinkled person. The biggest lie is that we are limited. The only limits we have are the ones we believe in. Since your mind is your own private space, you can think about any new idea for a few days before telling others about it. Your mind, when it's calm and focused on not harming others, is stronger than any physical force in the universe. True prosperity comes from within. I've never heard anyone on their deathbed say, "I wish I had spent more time at the office." Be patient and kind to yourself when you have fearful thoughts. Practice watching your fears as an observer, and you'll see them fade away. When you trust yourself, you trust the wisdom that created you. Our lives are shaped by our thoughts. All of your doubts are barriers that keep you from experiencing true magic. Let go of the idea that things should be different. They are the way they are. Nothing is truly owned, and once you understand this, you can better appreciate the amazing principle of abundance. When you enter the magical world of miracles, you focus on the possibilities. Rulers can take away our physical places of worship, but they can never touch the inner place of freedom that exists within each of us. If you still need a cause and effect explanation for everything, you won't be able to experience real magic. Instead of being against evil, focus on being for love. The choice is yours. You can greet the day with "Good morning, God," or with "Good God morning." Our beliefs shape everything we do, even though we can't see them. Risks are just thoughts that you believe are impossible to act on. To forgive, you must first have blamed someone. When you see yourself as connected to others rather than separate, you naturally start to work together. This is what healing is about. When you start healing inside, it changes your immune system. You create your thoughts. Your thoughts create your intentions, and your intentions create your reality. To understand the secret of prosperity, know that you can never find it outside yourself. You won't get everything you want because you already have everything you need within you. You see the world based on what you believe, not the other way around. If something works in one place, it can work everywhere. Let go of wanting more. Believe in your heart that you don't need anything else to be complete, and you'll see that those external things become less important. Intuition is loving guidance. Your soul, that quiet space inside you, is always there to consult. It will always guide you in the right direction. When you understand that you control your intentions, you'll realize that you control your entire world. We often label people and even start wars over those labels. If we want true harmony, we need to move beyond labels. The present moment is the most important part of your life. Your true strength and authenticity won't be measured by how long you live, but by how much love you give. To the ego, death is a very embarrassing event. If you believe you must always stay the same, you are resisting growth. Money, like health, love, happiness, and other miracles you want in your life, comes from living with purpose. It's not a goal by itself. You are both a single heartbeat and part of the larger body of humanity. We are both our physical form and our spirit. We are visible and invisible, and we need to respect all parts of ourselves, not just what we can see and touch. When you let God speak and smile through you, and you give unconditionally and live with purpose, you will find prosperity. Living with purpose means being at peace with yourself, and that peace is what you can share with others. Your family and culture didn't shape your personality. You made it yourself. Embrace a new way of thinking, a small voice inside you that says, I can handle this right now. I will get all the help I need if I stay focused on this goal and look inside myself for support. You are eternal, and the unseen part of you will never die. You can turn any thought into reality with the power of your mind. You become what you think about. Every thought you have is like a seed you plant. The kingdom of heaven is inside you. This isn't just a saying, it's true. You are already whole and complete, and nothing outside of you can make you more complete. If you focus too much on your physical appearance, you'll suffer as you see your body change naturally over time. Don't let yourself feel old. Aging is just something we've learned to accept. Your thoughts, when properly nurtured, will shape your reality. Thoughts are incredibly powerful. Proverbs says, "As you think, so shall you be," not the other way around. It doesn't say that your circumstances determine your thoughts, but many of us live as if they do. We let our external world control our inner state. You need to change this. Imagine what you want first, and let that vision shape your world instead of letting the world shape how you feel inside. In the end, there's nothing to forgive because there's nothing to judge and no one to blame. People who believe in true magic think, I believe it, I know it, and I will use my spiritual powers to make it happen. This is my goal. The more you rely on things outside yourself for your worth and happiness, the more power you give those things to control you. You are not just someone who does things, but someone who simply is. By focusing on your breathing, meditating, and saying your goals out loud, you can renew your energy for your life's journey. Everything you believe about yourself is tied to what you think. You often look back at an imaginary history based on fear to make decisions in your real life. If you're still on the career path you chose when you were young, ask yourself this. Would you ask a teenager for career advice today? True commitment to being your best can create amazing results. Conflict can't continue if you don't take part in it. Death is just an idea about things ending. Endings need boundaries, but your true self has no limits. Real power comes from the joy of knowing you don't need outside forces to be in harmony with yourself. People who hurt us acted based on what they knew at the time. If you don't forgive, you let those old wounds keep affecting you. What you think and talk about turns into actions. See every obstacle as a chance to grow. Being truly enlightened means taking responsibility for your life. Forgiveness is something that comes from the heart. Always remember to serve God and help others in everything you do. That's how you create miracles. Giving and receiving are really the same thing. God will help you, but you have to put in the effort too. When we fight against things, it makes us weaker and stops us from seeing the opportunities in challenges. The whole universe is a smart system. If you find out you have a physical problem, you can choose to prepare for suffering or to prepare for healing. Your willpower is like a gardener taking care of your body. Pay attention to your body, and it will tell you what it needs. The universe works with principles like abundance, synchronicity, detachment, and oneness. You just need to connect with these principles and let them guide you. A tree lets the life force flow naturally through it. You can do the same with your thoughts. Spiritual people focus on love and harmony. Live one day at a time and focus on doing the right thing rather than following strict rules. Let go of the need for outside success and achievements. Instead, trust the process and let yourself be guided by a sense of purpose. You, as someone with a vision, are like a pebble dropped into a stream, sending ripples outward and affecting everyone you meet. Your intuitive feelings always lead you towards growth and purpose. Inside you is a peaceful place that can create all the success you desire. Your intentions are the energy of your soul meeting your physical reality. When you stop judging others, you also stop judging yourself. If you can imagine something in your mind, you can make it real in your life. We send our kids to school to learn how to label things and think the best labelers should get the highest grades. Labels help us avoid the hard work and risk of change. Miracles happen in moments, so be ready and open to them. A baby's heart starts beating in a mother's womb just 6 weeks after conception, and from that point on, life begins. This remains a mystery even to the smartest people in the world. The true measure of your humanity is in your soul. You can do anything you want. Your mind has no limits, and it can create any miracle when it is fully appreciated. Just like each flower has its unique color but comes from one light, every person is unique but comes from the same source. Practice forgiveness every day, not just on Sundays. When you ask for nothing, you often receive much. You are both alone and connected to everything at the same time. Our world is always perfect. Salmon swimming upstream to their birthplace are perfectly guided. Swallows returning on the same day year after year are perfect. Even a spider building its web without any training is perfect. You too are part of this perfection. The more you try to force something for your own gain, the less you will enjoy what you are so desperate to get. Small, seemingly unimportant events from your past all led you to this very moment. Everything you need is already here in the world. It has nowhere else to be. Your purpose in life is always about giving, loving, and serving in some way. You are a soul with a body, not just a body with a soul. Let yourself believe in the divine nature of your own soul. Your true self is an invisible intelligence. Your essence lies in your thoughts, where attachment is nearly impossible. Who you are exists in a realm without dimensions known as your thoughts. Positive thoughts keep you in harmony with the universe. The universe itself is positive, always flowing and working perfectly. When you're in sync with this flow, things like traffic can never really bother you. Traffic just exists, it doesn't care. Don't let the traffic in your life, whether it's cars on the road or people coming and going, irritate or control you. Everything is happening as it should. Don't let the external chaos disrupt your inner peace. Creating money is like creating anything else in your life. It means not getting too attached to it and not letting it control your life. When we suffer, it's not really us suffering, but the person we think we are. We become what we think. Letting go or surrendering comes from the heart. How do you surrender? Just let go. Don't try to force anything, just be willing to let it happen. Even though the sky will change in a few hours, it is perfect and complete right now. You are also perfect and complete right now, even though you will change tomorrow. You have intelligence within you, just like a rose has the intelligence to be beautiful and smell good. Abundance comes when we love what we do. Everything you are against blocks you from abundance. Trust and knowing will come to you through your thoughts. Miracles can only happen when you stop thinking anything is impossible and allow yourself to believe in the magic of knowing. To start getting rid of a scarcity mindset, you should be thankful for who you are and what you have. Inside your soul is the door to a world of real magic. To step into this world, you need to stop thinking about limits and see yourself as a spiritual being first, a being without limits in your inner world, where there are no boundaries. Acting as if you already are what you want to become and believing you can achieve it is how you remove self-doubt and enter your own magical world. You need to feel joy and harmony inside to truly experience miracles. Being thankful for everything in your life is the first step. This thankfulness helps you see the abundance you already have. When you feel grateful, it's easier to let go of thoughts that limit you. Imagine yourself without any limits. See yourself as a spiritual being with endless possibilities. This means believing that you can be and do anything you set your mind to. When you act as if you already have what you want, you start to believe it's possible. This belief removes self-doubt and helps you see that you can create your own miracles. Feeling happy and at peace inside is important for miracles to happen. When you have joy and harmony within you, it's easier to believe in and experience miracles. Think about what a miracle would look like for you. Picture it clearly in your mind. Let go of disbelief and doubt, and allow yourself to begin the journey toward real magic. Look at what you think is impossible, and then change your belief about it. We talk to God in private and call it prayer. So why does it seem so unlikely that God would answer us back, especially if we believe in a universal intelligence? Enlightenment means quietly accepting what is. When we love ourselves, we don't let others control our emotions. Forgiveness helps us achieve this. Forgiveness is giving love even in the hardest situations. The key to forgiving is giving. Some of the worst actions by people have been done with excuses like, "I'm just following the law," or "I'm just doing my job." To have magical bodies, we need magical minds. Value your body as the home for your soul. Once you find inner peace, the outside will follow. We can only receive what we are open to. Create an inner peace where your loving soul guides your actions instead of letting your soul always come second. To really experience miracles, start by believing they are possible. Change your mindset about what can and cannot happen. If you believe in a higher power, trust that it can respond to you. Enlightenment comes when you accept things as they are. Love yourself enough to not let others control your feelings. Forgiveness is a way to free yourself from negative emotions. It means showing love even when it's hard. The act of giving is important in forgiving. Often people do bad things because they think they are just following rules or doing their job. To live a magical life, think magical thoughts. Treat your body with care because it holds your soul. When you're at peace inside, your outside world will reflect that peace. Be open to receiving good things. Let your soul lead your actions so you live in harmony with yourself. Surrendering means trusting the forces and principles that always work in this perfect universe. Life communicates with us through silence. Forgiveness is the highest achievement because it shows true enlightenment in action and connects us with the energy of love. When we judge, we see the world as we are, not as it is. Love is about giving and has nothing to do with what you get in return. Miracles happen from within. To create the magic you want in your life, you need to look inside yourself. If you can view your body with wonder and amazement, and understand that your inner self wants your body to be as healthy as possible, then you are ready to learn. Your limits are set by what you believe is possible. Change your belief, and you can remove all limits. Trusting in the universe means letting go and believing that everything is working out perfectly. Sometimes life's messages come in the quiet moments. Forgiving others is a great achievement because it shows that you are truly enlightened and in tune with love. Judging others means you are projecting your own views onto the world. True love is about giving without expecting anything back. To experience miracles, focus on your inner self. The magic you seek in life starts from within you. When you can appreciate your physical body and believe deep down that your inner self wants your body to be healthy and strong, you are ready for growth. Your beliefs about what is possible set your limits. By changing those beliefs, you can break through any limits. Surrender to the universe by trusting its natural order. Life's true messages often come in moments of silence. Forgiveness is a sign of enlightenment and being in touch with love. When you judge, you see the world through your own lens, not as it truly is. Love is about selfless giving, not about what you receive. Creating miracles starts from within. Look inside yourself to find the magic you seek. If you can see your body with awe and understand that your inner self desires health for your body, you are ready to grow. Your beliefs about what is possible define your limits. Change those beliefs, and you can eliminate all limits. A human being can't work well when the parts inside are fighting. To feel united, we need to find inner peace. Inner peace comes from being quiet. The process of dying helps us truly live. In a perfect universe, nothing happens by accident. We are all part of a never-ending universe. Spending a few minutes in complete wonder can help you grow spiritually more than studying metaphysics. We all come from nowhere to now here, and back to nowhere. It's all connected. Nowhere and now here are the same, just depending on where you put the hyphen. The main idea is to give yourself completely and accept what you receive with love, even if it is not what you expected. Being a spiritual person means connecting with your deeper, invisible self. In the limitless world of thoughts, anything is possible. Take time to go inside your mind to find peace and quiet. It is in this peaceful place that you will find God. Everything in this universe is perfect, so take your time and enjoy life. Thank you for listening.